Hi, my name is Abigail Smith, also known as
I'm going to start with a very simple one. My first pet peeve is clickbait. I'm not talking rickrolling, that's mildly amusing, especially now people use it like on YouTube as a joke or what have you. But when they say, "You won't believe what she did next," and it's a bloody video, a 5-hour video, and all it is what? It's like some girl giving a puppy a bloody dog treat or something. Bloody saying something like, "I really loved number 4." That's nice for you, that you loved number 4. You loving number 4 isn't going to make the rest of the world go, "Ooh, what's number 4? Or at least I don't care anyway. So yeah, clickbait. Stop it.
Hello again. I am the Time Bunny. It's all about pet peeves. This could be fun because I could be here for quite a while with all the peeves that I have.
Hello my lovelies, I'm DSM and I'm here to have a good bitch.
Hi guys, it's Maria the German here. Today I'm here to rant about stuff, so that's kind of exciting.
Hey guys, my name is Sophia. Now, I've made a little list here, so I'm going to go through my top 8 pet peeves.
If you let me stay. Hi guys, what up yo?
My pet peeve number 1 is ignorance. When I'm on about this, I'm on about people who will get involved with things that aren't really any of their business when they haven't got a clue what they're talking about. I'm on about people who get involved with ignorance on the internet or in real life, and they will talk crap about stuff that they don't really know anything about. That then just starts a huge giant storm of opinions and very few facts that wasn't actually necessary.
Peeve number 1 is fireworks. Now, there's probably going to be some of you that are going to be like, oh, you're a bit of a party pooper, but I think as a pet owner to a dog who does get extremely stressed out by fireworks, I have like a legit reason to get really pissed off. What is the point of them? Basically tubes of gunpowder that either stress out pets and they cause injury and death to people. These fuckers should be banned. I fucking hate them.
I was thinking of so many things. Forgetting things when you're about to do something and you like walk into a room and you forgot why you've walked in there. I do it a lot myself, but it's so annoying. And then you walk back out 5 minutes later, you remember.
So I'm not sure how many of you have been to London, but I'm sure every massive city is similar, especially if you like me work in Central. But Jesus Christ, Lord in heaven, I get that as tourists and I get you want to see the town and the, you know, the shops and whatnot, but please do be considerate of us hardworking individuals who do not want to waste our lunch with half an hour walking behind someone who's literally falling asleep. I'm like, even if I'm in a different city and I'm shopping, I'm not walking that slowly. I don't understand. What is it? Why are you walking like you're actually about to fall asleep?
People who make tea wrong. Specifically, people who put milk in the tea before the water. I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. Why would you put the milk in before the water when the tea isn't even brewed?
Hey guys, my name is Abigail Smith, also known as Sally is failing to function.
Hi guys, I'm B, also known as Invincible B, and today we are here on Toya Harvey's channel. There.
You know what really grinds my gears? It's when nowadays, as a member of the educational establishment, I work in a college, right? And my view is that the students nowadays don't really appreciate your help or the ideas you're trying to give, and I don't even think they even know why they're there. It's to learn and better yourselves.
I guess this is kind of the perfect shirt for this.
People who fold pages in books. That might sound really stupid and petty, but it does my head in. As a person who absolutely loves books, like they are a huge part of my life, I can't understand why people fold pages. There are bookmarks for a reason. You are folding a beautifully crafted page with beautifully crafted words on it, and you are ruining the book. Just don't fold the page in a book. It really stresses me out.
You know what one of my pet peeves is? My cat touching my laptop. Get off.
But talking about pet hates, and my pet hate is this little shit.
You calling me little?
Bruno, don't patronise.
Double negatives. So let's be square here. I know that in some dialects of English, for example Ebonics, it's part of their dialect. It doesn't stop me thinking, in my own elitist way I'm sure, that people that use them sound somewhat ignorant perhaps. For example, if you're saying that you do not have none, then you have some. Because you've just said that you don't have none. So you've got some. Therefore you've said the opposite of what you intended. Does that make sense?
They don't really understand why they're there, and that drives me mad. I have to say, why do you think you're here? And they go, I just want to finish the course. I said, well, why are you even here? Because you know that you need to learn, you need to practice, you need to do things over and over and over again and learn what needs to be done. And that is all part of learning. You're not going to get things right straight away because otherwise, why are you here?
Could of. Don't fucking do it.
Eh? Come on now.
The phrase is could have. I could have done that. Now I minutely understand if you're not listening to the way people are talking that you could somehow mix the V and the F up so could have sounds like could of. But seriously, how in the glorified fuck do you manage to get could of from something that quite actually plainly in almost every Englishness ever says could have? It says could have. Could have.
You know what pisses me off? Fucking non-opinions. YOLO's such a stupid expression, yeah we know. Literally the only people still using that phrase are people who are saying it because it's stupid. Every fucking day on Facebook, I scroll through and I see non-opinion after non-opinion. People who watch fucking movies like Sharknado and go shit like,
oh, this is a really stupid movie. Have you seen that movie Sharknado? It's really stupid, that movie. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like sharks in a tornado. It's so dumb. Like, it's just so silly.
it's called Sharknado, you fucking twinge. What the hell? Fuck off!
Twitter. Now, to make things clear, I love Twitter. I've been using it for about 7 years now. For those of you who don't know what Twitter is, well, first, the whole iconic 140 characters thing, so very sort of short thought processes, is essentially referred to as a giant global chat room. Secondly, I hope the rock you're living under has Wi-Fi, because how do you not know what Twitter is?
People getting in your personal bubble. You're trying to talk and they just need to be here instead of here. You can smell their breath and, you know, I don't want to know what they've eaten in the morning, really.
When we give them small incentives and they're not money driven, okay? Like if it's an incentive for the companies are going to buy lunch for you, which is for 100 people, guys, yeah? And sometimes we're met with the response of like, well, just like being really ungrateful about it. It's just like, oh, well, but we won't all get it. Oh, but I'm not even in, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. But what about a pay rise?
Why would you switch on a switch when you're not using the switch? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and it's really annoying to look at when there's all that electricity flowing through to nothing. It is an anticlimactic story of a mess. Please do not do that.
My final pet peeve is actually group chat. This sounds really hypocritical because I'm actually in a group chat. There are that many people in it that not everybody gets heard. They kind of just get hidden in a sea of things, and not everybody actually gets to talk because other people kind of just hog the chat. Plus they go off like 24/7. There's a couple of times when I've had to turn off my group chat notifications because I just wanted a bit of a break. But yes, if you're watching the video and you're in one of my group chats, I don't mean you.
Right, I feel better now.
Yeah, that is what annoys me the most, is the fact that nowadays I feel teenagers, children, students in general don't understand why they've gone into college and they're just going there just because we have to, Jeff. You know, because we're under 18 and my parents are making me go. No! You need to go because it's something you need to do for your life.
Customers. It's like, you know, you get your nice customers and you think, you know, I'm really happy I helped that person. Then you get the dickhead. You're a waste of oxygen. Why do you exist? And it's just like, why? Go away. Customers who ask the silly questions, but you don't mind being asked them, if that makes sense. Because you think, well, you know, at least they have a valid reason for asking you a slightly silly question. Because it's like, you don't want that person to get ill or perhaps go against their lifestyle principles if they're like vegetarian or if they're religious. So in those kind of situations, it's like, don't mind that. I can forgive them. But when people ask stupid questions that if they spent 2 seconds thinking about it and paying attention to their surroundings, they could have answered it for themselves.
Yes, someone follows you. That's what they do. You go on Twitter and you have a following box and it says, got followers. Do people follow you? If your account's public, they're going to follow you. Yes, cool. Stop telling me every time. I don't care. Wow, okay, cool. Sexy Ladders Incorporated just favorited a tweet.
It's very windy.
You're all fucking idiots and I hate you. Girl. Anything about Kanye West. Anything about Justin Bieber. Fucking anything about chavs, goths, emos, any fucking social group. They are officially non-opinions. If fucking Russell Howard has said it on the telly, it's now a non-opinion. Because by the time he said it, it's been circling on the internet for about 20 fucking millennia and no one gives a shit anymore. GM foods are not that big of a deal.
I pick up my guitar and either someone's used it beforehand or it's been sitting for a while, I haven't played that guitar in a while, and it is horrifically untuned. It makes me shiver sometimes how badly tuned my guitar is, and I just want to play, but I have to spend about 10 minutes trying to perfect the tuning.
None of them seem to want to do homework either. Every night they're like, I go to them, so have you finished the homework? And they go, no, I'm in college, I do work at college. No, if you want to do well in your course, you'll do homework at home, or at least work in the library. You know, the big place with all the books.
If they're walking this slow, it only is about to happen that they just stop in the middle of the freaking street. The middle of that street where then everyone's just getting cluttered and it's really hard to pass, and I'm just standing behind there thinking, great, another 10 minutes gone off my lunch, which I could have enjoyed as sitting down and actually eating my lunch. I mean, it's the same kind of thing with the escalators. It says it freaking everywhere. You have to stand on the right so we can walk past you on the freaking left. But no, why would you even do that?
Groups of people who take up the entire pavement and then they dawdle like fucking old people. Just move. Elderly people you can kind of excuse for walking slow because they're old. Women with buggies, and they just take up the whole fucking pavement and they dawdle slower than a fucking octogenarian with asthma carrying heavy shopping. Get out of the way. Yet they'll be walking around their prams like meh, 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 meh.
I despise, I'm a photographer, when people's names are Joe Blogs Photography or first name, surname photography. How unoriginal can you get? I understand why people do it and that they're saying, yes, this is my name, this is my work, and I absolutely think that you should work. Well, there's a whole lot of other stuff out there you could use. You could use media, you could use photo, you could use studios if you've got studios. So first name, surname photography, it's really boring. And yet I understand why people do it. So it's just something that annoys me because I'm annoyed by everything apparently.
I'm an equestrianist. Basically, I don't understand people that go, oh, yeah, horse riding's really easy, you just sit there. Right, I'll tell you what, to all those people that think that, if you can sit on my horse, jump a 1 meter course, or jump a 90 centimeter course, or even do prelim or novice dressage test, straight away be my guest. But trust me, that takes years to perfect. I've been riding for about 10 years and it takes a lot of technique, a lot of patience, a lot of communication between the horse and the rider to achieve such great things. If you see on the Olympics, like when you see the horse circle dancing and the horse and rider as one, that takes a hell of a lot of practice.
Shortening certain names. For example, I'm Hayley. Some people call me Ailey, but no, it's got that H on the beginning. Hayley. And no, I'm not called Hales. Even though my mum calls me Hales, and H. It's like names like Elizabeth. Elizabeth's a lovely name. Don't shorten it to Liz.
Hair. Playing with hair. Always playing with hair.
Coughing. I hate the noise. It's jarring. I get it. You can't help the noise. Everyone coughs. It drives me nuts. But like, you cover your damn mouth, please. Like seriously, you're already assaulting my ears with this noise that I understand you can't help. That does not mean that you have permission to assault my immune system as well.
And we'll always hate people. Yeah, pretty much. And this one.
I've always worked my whole freaking life. I've worked since I was 14. I had a part-time job. I was studying. I was doing my A-levels. I suppose the equivalent anyway. I've always worked. I never wanted to not work. Jagger, this is not the time. Cats.
So they don't want to do homework at home. They don't want to progress much. They have no aspirations in life. Youth of today, sort it out. You know, if you want to waste your life on the Xbox or faff about for the rest of your life, that's up to you. But don't drag down the whole generation. This sort of attitude is like a virus and it needs to be stopped.
I do a lot of coding, a lot of programming, and a lot of gaming. So here are my few gaming niggles. One, dirty screens. I just can't handle it. If there's a tiny speck of dirt in the middle of my white screen whilst I'm scrolling through Facebook or in game or coding, it just completely throws me off. This is why I've actually got here, I have got a screen cleaner, I've got a wipe, I have got a little sort of brush thing. A lot of tiny things annoy me in life. That's kind of just a struggle of me.
I need to stop now.
I'm going to swerve into watermarks. Legit, how big do you want your watermark to be? I have a watermark that I try to hide in the picture. If it doesn't work, I make it fairly transparent and I stick it in one of the corners. Preferably somewhere where it's hard to crop out. When you're sending your clients images and you have a watermark that takes over the entire damn picture, how do you expect them to choose the images they want? I understand that you don't want people to steal your work online, but if you have a copy on your computer and if you're writing the metadata into the files, chances are it's not going to be stolen anyway. And if it is, then I'm sure you have backups on your computer to prove that it was you that took the work anyway, right? It's okay, it's all well and good to say what your watermark is, you know, to have it on the picture. But if it's taking away from the picture, then people aren't going to appreciate your work for the art that it is. They're just going to go, oh, what a lovely watermark you have. All the better to see you with, my dear. So yeah, try and make it a little more discreet.
It's overcompensating, so stop doing it. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a watermark itself on images. I've done it for years, but it tends to work better if it's something that, you know, ties in with the image, blends in well, and can usually go unnoticed. But the fact is, you do not need to write frickin' proof across the face. It's like one of the most possibly amateur mistakes you can do, and I know people who have been doing photography for years who still do that.
But it just kind of makes me sad if people just don't appreciate little small gestures. I promise you, there's worse jobs in the world than the jobs that these guys are doing, and it's just like there's people way off. They're off way worse. Yeah, that's the sentence. They're off way worse than any of us, and it's just like, I know we all have hard days. I know everyone's struggling at some point, but really, we have a great life. Like, I have a fantastic life, and I get upset a lot of times, and I get frustrated, and I feel like I'm the only one struggling, and I feel like I don't know what I'm freaking doing. But hey, at the end of the day, I have a fantastic family. I live in a fantastic city. I have my little Jaguar. I have a roof above my head. I can pay for my bills, and I can pay for my food. So just be freaking grateful to be alive. Is that very patronizing, and is that very cliche? But it's really how I feel.
We started filming this video in our photography studio at school, and someone walked in, and the hatred that we accidentally showed towards this person.
What if stupid people exist? I've always said, you know, I'm not saying we should kill stupid people, but can't we just take the warning labels off things and just let Mother Nature take care of the rest? You know, it's just like, my life would be so much easier if it wasn't for stupid people.
What needs to happen is that the youth of today need to realise that if they want results in life, they have to work on it. Yeah? There's no get rich quick, no gangster power, no, you know, I'm just going to sell some drugs and make some money, Jeff. That is not the right thing to do.
I'm not as angry, usually, as I'm gonna come across.
Yeah, basically, we go to the same school, and there's always people everywhere. Whenever you want to do anything anything, and it's a pain in the ass. Sorry, I'm just gonna get this person up. And we just have a mutual hatred for people that starts at the end of the week to the end of the week. That was my bum.
That was also really incorrect. Starts at the end of the week to the end of the week.
I'm going back to bed.
But you know what my kids are going to have? They're going to have manners. I see hundreds of kids who push past strangers, pick on other kids, they bite, they kick, they scratch. Now some have behavioural disorders, I get that. Also, it doesn't make you a bad parent to acknowledge that your kid's a little shitlord sometimes, but they need you to teach them. They learn their P's and the Q's from the me's and the you's.
People who say like before like every sentence because like it kind of throws a conversation from flowing, and it like really annoys me.
I decided to meet my soulmate, which is Dan Howe, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to play it really cool because I'm a really raging fangirl. So he asked me how I was, and I replied really smoothly, I'm having an emotional breakdown, to which he replied, thank you. So
We did really well.
We did really
I accidentally
well.
grabbed his finger.
We did really, really well.
Like,
And then we started fangirling with some girls behind us who we thought were our age and actually realised there's 5 years difference between us.
Yeah.
And we were literally the oldest people there.
OMG, I have another thing. The wind. I think the wind is one of the worst weather situations there is. The wind is never ever good. If you're on the beach, the wind puts the sand in your fucking eyes, because I experienced that on my last holiday. It's nice for a little breeze, you're not as hot, but it puts flicking sand in your eyes. And whenever else, wind is just really annoying. If it's raining and it's windy, you have it in your face, even if you have a freaking umbrella. If it's not either of those and it's literally just miserable but it's super fucking windy, don't even try and do your hair.
For more or less most of my life, I've had the problem of people getting it wrong. Now, when I say it, a lot of people hear it as Williams, and that's fine. I sort of spell it out instinctively now when somebody asks me for my surname. But it's when I'm on the phone and I'm trying to pay a bill, and then they get my surname as Williams, and I kindly remind them, and then the month after that I find out that my bill has not been paid because they put the wrong bloody name on the system, despite the fact that I told them umpteen frickin' times, I spelt it out for them. They still freaking got it wrong.
I'll put a little trigger warning out there for mental health, but the stigma around mental health is absolutely shocking for me. We're making it all up. It's all in our head. Yes, it is in our head. It is a mental illness. I think people need to just understand more. We're just trying to work our way through a little patch in life. It's just something that we're dealing with and we'll soon recover from, because recovery is always an option, and that is your choice.
Do something constructive with your life. Find a hobby, find a niche, create a YouTube channel. Just do something constructive rather than sitting on your bum.
Actually, yeah, let's rant about my hair. I hate the fact that sometimes I have this stupid gap here. I don't even know why it's there, or whatever. Or maybe I need a different hairdresser. I don't know. We'll try that out, in fact. There we go, rant over.
People yelling at someone for just walking in and that person's in a bad mood and you don't know, you've only just come in and everything's your fault because you've just arrived. So, for example, someone's in a bad mood, I walk in, it's your fault, and it's always me.
I've received some pretty nasty shit. There are two particular types of nasty shit that I receive quite often. Dick pics, or just general, unwanted, unwarranted, what compels them to think, hey, this person probably wants to have a civilized conversation about the weather or the social political decline of our economy. Nah, elephant schlong. No, I don't fucking care about your penis. You do not do that to people. It's out of order, okay? So stop it, please. I want to have nice, civilized conversation. I mean, oh, what a lovely day we're having. Oh, it's so cold, what a bother. You know, typical British things. Ask me British things.
I met someone the other day and she was wearing a Dancing on Fire hat, and the wind's really pissing me off.
I don't think it's going to make your window really shit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. She met someone the other day and she was wearing a Dancing on Fire hat, and she was like, oh yeah, my daughter really likes it. She was like, yeah, I'm 13, how old's your daughter? My mum was like, nearly 18.
Game lag. If you do not know what lag is, you have to wait until you go through this rite of passage as a gamer. You will experience lag. If I am in mid-battle in, I don't know, Skyrim or League of Legends or something, and when I see that little attempting to reconnect bar, my player is literally stuck, just standing still in the midst of battle with about 3 enemies trying to kill me, that That gets me very annoyed, or tilt, as we gamers say. I wouldn't wish it upon the worst of people.
I have to say, I am not the most patient person in general, so especially when it comes to video games, I get extremely impatient, and if I have to redo something 50 million times, I'm very close to just chucking the whole thing around. I actually get so pissed off, and I'm not even getting pissed off with me. I get pissed off with the freaking character in the game, because let's be honest, if that fucking bitch Lara Croft would fucking jump over that bloody thing of a cliff, then I would have done it. But whenever I press the button to jump, she just decides to not. And that's clearly her fault, right?
Actually, this can apply in real life. Toxic players, as we call them. Like, people, haters, let's say, haters in real life. Now, this can be implied in-game as well as in life. It's basically people that just get really annoyed at you. Constantly annoyed at you. And they start yelling at you. And it's just terrible. It is terrifying. And I have cried because people have done that.
Being woken up. Don't wake me up. I also hate phone calls, so if you wake me up with a phone call, I'ma hate you for a very long time. And it takes me at least a coffee to deal with that. That said, we say that it takes me a coffee to deal with anything, so you know. I also don't like going to bed though. I make my life so difficult for myself.
Pet hates Brona. Other
Pet
people.
hates you.
Oh.
I love you really.
No.
Please marry me.
No.
Laughing out of context. I get the giggles, but if someone's talking about something horrible and disturbing and then someone just giggles about it, you're like, oh, that's awkward.
I'm so tired of people messaging me, whether it's something completely and utterly harmless or, hey, look at my dick. Okay, I don't care what message it is, alright? If I don't answer you within 5 seconds, do not then proceed to spam me with eggplant emoji. I get messages from work, from my best friend, from my family, from friends I don't get to see very often because they live on the other side of the country or even the planet, and for work, and for all kinds of other things, right? So I'm busy. I have a life, for crying out loud. I'm not exactly a celebrity. I'm not going out and getting snapped by the paparazzi every 5 seconds. Yet. That does not mean that because I'm not a celebrity, it doesn't mean that I'm obligated to respond to you in 5 seconds, okay? I do not appreciate verbal harassment. I do not appreciate guilt tripping. I do not appreciate being made to feel bad or, you know, just being treated rudely because I didn't respond to you straight away.
This is your future, not mine. This is yours. So work hard on it, and then there will be results.
While cooking, not tidying up your stuff, you just kind of leave it everywhere. You cook, and while you're doing something else, you can clean the dish that you're not using now. And I don't like it when dishes pile up after a few days. I think that's from being a student and living with the most disgusting people.
So this bit of hair does fuck all.
I'm
That
really
is my pet
sorry.
hate.
I'm really sorry about the audio on this. It's very windy, but we got kicked out of the studio because someone decided that they needed to do work.
That leaf as well.
I hate leaves. You know, well actually they're alright. I could take it or leave it really.
When you tell someone to do something, and then they don't bloody do it.
Hey, don't look at me.
For example, oh, you should probably write those down in a list. You know, that way you remember them later.
I take no responsibility for this.
She didn't write them down on a list. She didn't remember them later.
Procrastination. I'm the worst for it. I'm meant to do something, like I've got a bit of work to do, but instead I rather watch a TV show than do that bit of work, which will take 10 minutes. Because watching the TV show is more fun.
That one. My pet hate is literally myself. People like me. Actually, people like me.
People like you.
I absolutely hate people that overly fangirl. And I'm one of those people.
We both are. Do you not like me or something?
No.
Fine then.
People that don't put stuff back.
To clarify, she's looking at me again, guys.
She sounds resigned because she knows it's true.
Being a wet blanket about something you can't change. Moaning about something that's happened, it's already happened, and I can understand that people get upset about things, but moaning about it a week later, because you still can't change it. You know, get on with things. You don't have to be sad all the time. You know, I struggled. You get through it. You really do. Sometimes you just need to go, yeah, that happened. Oh, shit. But now I'm going to move on to this because it's so much better and exciting, and you do something for yourself.
This has been another great episode of Toya's Tirades. You've been listening to me and some other really awesome people bitch about not so awesome things. I have been DSM, and you have been very patient. I applaud you for that. Seriously, thank you. Thanks.
I am Toya. These were our tirades. Maybe I'll see you in the next vid.
Those are my 3 main pet peeves, and maybe you share some of them with me.
Fucking cameo.
That's it? Thanks for having me. Bye, I suppose. Bye.
I've been Hayley Tink Rushton, and you've been awesome. So, Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, buenas noches, goodbye.
That's the end of my rant, because otherwise I'll be going on forever. Bye for now.
To be honest, guys, I think that's as much as we're going to get out of this video, like, honest to God. So, Toya, good luck with the editing here. Thanks for letting us be part of your project, and yes, don't forget to subscribe to me and this horrific human being, Invincible Bee, and Sally. Bye, guys!
I will end it here, and I hope you all have a lovely evening.
Thank you for watching, and thank you to Toya, who kindly said that I can be in this video. So yeah, subscribe to her stuff, check out her photography, she's really awesome. So yeah, bye guys.
Yeah, so I will see you next time. Ta-ra.